Good morning, respected CEO and distinguished guests. My name is Irdina Binti Mohamad Daud, and I am honored to stand before you as a representative of WWF Malaysia, one of the country's oldest and most respected environmental NGOs. To begin with, let me ask you, what would Malaysia be without its iconic wildlife? The orangutans, the Malayan tigers, the hornbills. Imagine for a moment our forests falling silent, our rivers running empty, and our children growing up without ever seeing these magnificent creatures. Clearly, that is not the future we want. Now, let me introduce you to the WWF Malaysia. It is established in 1972. We are part of the Worldwide Fund for Nature Network. Over the years, we have led many successful projects to protect endangered species, restore forests, and promote sustainable living. In fact, according to our official records, WWF Malaysia has helped protect over 4 million hectares of forests, marine areas, illegal hunting of tigers by 30% in key areas, and educated for more than 500,000 students about the environment. Our work with over 50 local communities and support for 13 Marines in protected areas shows our real impact on the country. Moving on, our mission is simple yet urgent: to conserve Malaysia's natural environment and biodiversity by protecting forests, wildlife, and marine areas. Also to reduce threat to nature through science, education, advocacy, and partnerships. For instance, one of our main objectives is to ensure that half of Malaysia's land is legally protected as natural forest by 2030. Currently, about 48% of Malaysia's land is under protection, and we are working hard to strengthen legal regulations and management to conserve these vital areas. Furthermore, we are targeting the restoration of 1 million hectares forest landscapes by 2030. Many protected forests are scattered due to past logging and land conversion, but with your support, we can restore habitats and create a better future for both wildlife and people. So, what exactly are we doing on the ground? First and foremost, we, WWF Malaysia, we are protecting Malaysia's forests, wildlife, and endangered species, especially the Malayan tiger. We work to conserve large forest areas such as the Central Forest Fine, which covers over 5.3 million hectares in Peninsular Malaysia. These forests are not only home to the critically endangered Malayan tiger, which is only fewer than 150 remain in the wild, but it also provides vital water sources and climate regulation for the country. By focusing on both protecting and restoring forests, we help maintain biodiversity and support the survival of many other species, including orangutans and indigenous communities. Additionally, WWF Malaysia collaborates with communities and businesses to promote sustainable practices while also protecting biodiversity. Our living landscape approach balances biodiversity conservation with sustainable development. This means working with local communities to create wildlife corridors and promote sustainable land use, ensuring that economic growth does not come at the expense of nature. Moreover, we partner with companies to encourage the use of certifications tools and best management practices such as the biodiversity risk filter, which helps businesses access and reduce their impact on nature and biodiversity. At this point, you might be wondering, how will your contribution be used? Allow me to explain. Your donations will support direct conservation actions and community engagement. For example, funds support anti-poaching patrols, scientific research, and the restoration of degraded forests. In Sabah's Bukit Piton Forest Reserve alone, we have helped restore 2,400 million hectares of forests, benefiting endangered species like the orangutan. In addition, funding goes towards educational programs that have reached over 500,000 students, raising awareness about environmental protection and inspiring the next generation to care for nature. Other than that, supporting WWF Malaysia brings tangible benefits to your company. Not only are your donations eligible for tax exemptions under Malaysian law, but partnering with respected NGO like WWF Malaysia, it will enhance your company's reputation and public image. In today's world, customers and business partners increasingly prefers companies that show a real commitment to sustainability and social responsibility. Supporting WWF Malaysia demonstrates that your company cares about the environment, which can attract more potential clients and strengthen your brand. To conclude, let me remind you of the key reasons why your support for WWF Malaysia matters. With over 50 years of experiences, we have successfully protected forests, wildlife, and educated thousands of people about the environment. From saving the Malayan tigers to restoring forests and working with communities and businesses, our NGO is actively making a difference. Your donation supports forest restoration, anti-poaching efforts, environmental education, and gives your company tax benefits and stronger public image. When we protect nature, we protect our future. Let your